Hello everyone, hi Mauro, how's it going? Really good. Okay, so today we want to tell you a bit about designing software in the hyperautomation age. If anything we've learned from this pandemic is that the world needs more software, but not any kind of software. It needs software that is quickly generated, software that is easily maintained. So if there is a problem, you can go and quickly change something without too many complications. And we also need software to be able to evolve over time. Evolve, for example, through different technologies across different platforms, and depending on any market changes, or even evolve depending on changes that may happen in companies. To some extent, that's what we've been doing for the last 30 years in GeneXus. We allow automation and we simplify software development, generating databases and keeping those databases automatically. We also allow to generate and automate everything related to code creation and refactoring of that same code. And we also allow the deployment of applications across different platforms and also the evolution of that deployment throughout time, even allowing changes across different platforms. But not only code and databases and systems where you can deploy your applications are changing. As a matter of fact, also design is changing and evolving, and that is a reality that happens by the day. All members in the GeneXus community know and have faced the different challenges related to changing design within their own systems. But this is not a problem that belongs to the GeneXus community in itself. It happens to all the software community. As an example, I'm sure that last week you'll find a case of a digital interface that did not match the expectations that you had for today. And why does that happen? It's not because companies do not know that they need to change the design of their applications or that they have to update them. It's just that there are a number of challenges that we know are difficult to overcome in order to keep up some things related to design up to date. So we're going to go over some of these challenges that companies face in order to bring these applications forward and be able to design them and have them updated. One of the main challenges, the first challenges, is related to research in terms of solutions and creating a solution that needs to be found. This research is usually very expensive and not every company can assume that. Sometimes when we have generated the design, whether it's, for example, the design system as a solution, a company has to implement it, and those implementation costs are also relevant. There are many challenges related to the kinds of people and the profiles of people and members of staff that need to carry out the implementation of the designs that have been created by designers, for instance. And once that you have a team that is made up of designers and developers, you start running into a new level of difficulty that comes from the interaction of the different kinds of profiles and roles to conduct this software project to a good place. Not only designers and developers, but also people related to QA, application deployment, and even people that write code and that have to work through every single detail. Also, a lot of companies do not make progress in terms of the design change because of the risks that are entailed. When you have a solution that is working well, there is great reluctance from companies to actually change that and start making every single change that is necessary just because there is one design change that is needed. Sometimes the fear of that risk usually hinders that evolution. And last, we have matters related to consistency when it comes to design. There are great challenges when you're talking about one single platform and having everything consistently from the design point of view, and that grows exponentially when you add platforms to that mix. So we have 4 challenges that we need to overcome in order to make good design in software. One of them is related to what is strictly related to design generation. Another challenge is regarding implementation. Third, we have everything related to the processes that you need to conduct in order to have that design well done. And finally, everything related to quality assurance or testing. We've been working on many tools to be able to make it easier for our community to overcome these challenges. And why do we consider that this is important? What is the underlying reason that we believe will make us improve in this direction? Well, as Gartner said, not just because Gartner said it, but we truly believe that all companies that can work in the design ops in the best and most optimal way will have a competitive edge on companies that can't. So in this talk, we wanted to tell you, together with Mauro, some of these strategies that we have for our community to overcome these challenges in the best possible way. Well, thank you, Gabriel. Since the GeneXus 17 version, we are offering different strategies to generate software with good design faster and faster. As we have spoken on other occasions, the vision that guides us is the development of tools based on design systems and tools that allow accelerating and automating the incorporation of design in GeneXus. We are convinced that design systems are the best strategy to maintain and evolve the design of applications for complex solutions in the future. To work with design systems, GeneXus users have three main strategies. The first strategy is to use design systems that we incorporate in GeneXus. The second strategy is to use design systems provided by our community partners. And the third strategy is to modify or create your own design system using the tools that GeneXus has for creating a custom design system. All this accelerated with tools that allow you to incorporate design into GeneXus more accurately and quickly. We can say that our work is divided into strengthening these three main columns. Everyone knows that GeneXus has been working for years to improve in terms of the visual languages included within the platform to generate applications quickly. From GeneXus 15, we have Carmine, which is the basis for many of the applications that we create to work. And since the version number 17, we have SAP Fiori Design System, which allows GeneXus users to create applications throughout the SAP world without implementing design. SAP Fiori Design System is available in its two main versions, SAP Fiori 2 and 3. The great novelty this year is that GeneXus begins to include a new basic design system called Unanimous Design System. It's intended for business mission critical and multi-experience applications. It's a design system that runs through all of our products. In addition, it's open source, customizable and extensible. And it is also developed with a new element of the platform, which is the design system object. It will allow you to create, model and evolve in the way that GeneXus traditionally does, independent of technology. In these two talks, you can see more information about SAP Fiori and Unanimous. The second way to accelerate the development of software and the implementation of a high-quality design is to use design systems created by partners of the GeneXus community to accelerate the creation and customization of the software of your company or project. There are three main design systems that are provided by our partners, each of them with their own specific capabilities and suitable for different types of projects. We have Ignia from Simplifica, Orion from K2B Tools, and WorkWith Plus from WorkWith Plus. We will not delve into the different characteristics, but we can see the talks to find more information about the solutions. The third strategy is for large, complex, multi-experience systems that need a tailored solution. In GeneXus, we have a collection of tools and processes that allow us to create, automate, maintain, and evolve complete design systems. To navigate this complexity, we align ourselves with a DesignOps methodology defined in this Nielsen phrase, and paraphrasing, we align ourselves with the three main pillars that we use in GeneXus to develop the platform, which is people, processes, and tools. These systems call for greater diversity of roles. We need interaction designers, interface designers, front-end developers, and we know that this is the case and that our community is demanding tools for each of them. If we talk about tools, we have solutions that allow us to solve, such as patterns, that solve the most frequent business interactions with a single click. They are tools that we have had in GeneXus for quite a long time, or we have slightly newer tools such as user controls and stencils that allow us to create and expand reusable UI components, and in the case of stencils, with multi-platform. We're working to evolve these three tools. There will be news soon. But not only with people and tools is it enough, we also need good processes. For a couple of years, we released this tool to improve the handoff process between designers and developers, and today it is more robust than ever. The promise is to import the design and the interactions designed in Sketch, and a version of Figma is coming soon, to import it into GeneXus with a single click. It fulfills the GeneXus promise from the beginning of automating everything that can be automated. We know that these tools radically change the way of working and impact processes and customs. That is why we have not only used it a lot internally, but we have also approached our clients and partners to see how they work, to learn about their good practices and listen to their advice. And we have prepared and developed a methodology that we want to share with you, which will surely help those who work with the tool. And also we have live editing. Once we have the design in GeneXus, it is important to fine-tune the details. Live editing allows us in real time from the end device itself to adjust those details. It is essential to achieve high-quality designs. The news that I have to tell you is that we have rebuilt the design foundations in GeneXus. Design System Object is a new GeneXus object that replaces the themes and the color palette and allows design systems to be created, modeled, and evolved, regardless of technology. It is modularizable and defines style characteristics for screen interfaces to achieve greater abstraction in the design, allowing for easier reuse and assembly. With Design System Object, we allow designers and developers to have the same language, strongly motivating collaboration. If you want to know more about the Design System Object or how to integrate a design in GeneXus, you can watch these talks that we leave you below. These are the tools and strategies that we have to present to you today. We are eager to know what you do with them. Thank you very much, Mauro. What Mauro is telling basically is the end of the film. It is the result of 5 years' work and many of the things that we have learned. We learned a lot about how to work with diverse teams. We learned a lot about new work processes. And we learned a lot about new tools and new ways of working. And we generated new tools to be able to work on the design. That is why we feel that we are in a special position this year. We have a lot to tell and a lot to teach. This year, we are going to announce the formation of a new company, Unanimous Design. Unanimous Design is going to try to cover all those needs that we are detecting in the market. In particular, their tasks will be the following. They will be to think, create, and share what we have learned and will continue to learn. Regarding what has to do with thinking, we will be working in the areas of innovation, research, and generation of new solutions. Regarding doing, naturally, we will be working on making new designs and new design systems, but we will also be working on what is the implementation of those design systems, and in turn on finding ways to automate what has to do with the design to code passage. Finally, sharing what we have learned these years, working in Unanimous design system and in the generation of new tools to make it easy for companies to follow this path, this process in which design becomes more important. And finally, naturally, share everything that we know now and that what we're going to do about design. For those of you that want to know a little bit more, the company will be working on these 3 lines initially. First, the generation of design systems for GeneXus, later the generation of design systems for mission-critical systems, and finally, everything that has to do with design and innovation of digital products. Truth is that we are very excited about this new project. We believe that it will be a great contribution to the community. And for all of those of you who want to know a little bit more, we are leaving you the URL to click on it and do some research. And if you have any comments, questions, or ideas, please let us know through the contact forms on our page. Finally, we wanted to point out the great work that we have been doing related to design in GeneXus, with everything related to processes and tools that we are generating. And you can see all of this in the content grid of this event. There is really a lot of new content to learn from and understand what GeneXus is now allowing the community to do in everything related to the design of software systems. So that's all. For now, we say goodbye and until the next talk. Thank you.